Tales of Muchiri, the broken amphora. The jar broke with a hollow crack. Not a small pot, one of the tall ones. Narrow neck, wide belly. The kind that traveled across seas, sealed with pitch and rope, stacked deep in the holds of foreign ships. For a heartbeat, there was silence. Then silver spilled out. Coins rang against the dock, skidding between baskets of fish and coils of rope. Kanan stared at them, the broken neck of the jar still in his hand. This is not mine. The harbor turned. Voices rose all at once. Stop him! Don't let him run! I'm not running! Kanan cried. I didn't! A Roman merchant pushed forward, his voice sharp with anger. What have you done? That was my cargo. By midday, the broken jar lay in the harbor office. Its thick clay walls, built to survive storms, were split open. Inside, the smell of wine still clung, but beneath it, silver. Too much silver. Wine does not turn into coins, the harbor official said. It was switched, the Roman insisted. On the ship, Kavya stood near the doorway, arms folded. She was not part of the harbor authority. But when trade went wrong, people sent for her. She noticed patterns others ignored, and patterns meant profit or danger, sometimes both. Beside her, Ajagan leaned against the wall, silent. He was not invited either, but he went where he pleased, and people rarely asked him to leave. I only carried it from the dock, Kanan said, his voice shaking. They told me it was wine. Who? The official asked. I don't know. Ajagan let out a soft breath. That's convenient. The official turned to him. And you are? A man who prefers not to be cheated, and who understands that this is not just one merchant's problem. Ajagan said slowly. Kavya stepped forward. If this spreads, ships will hesitate to unload here. The room stilled. No ships meant no trade. No trade meant no revenue. And that meant trouble far beyond the harbor. Ajagan crouched beside the broken jar. He ran his fingers along the inside, then held them up. Wine, he said. He tapped the clay lightly. These jars are made to survive storms. They don't break unless someone is careless or unlucky. Kanan swallowed. Ajagan picked up one of the coins. These don't belong here. Kavya stepped closer, studying the jar. Not hidden well enough, she said. She tilted her head slightly, half filled with wine, half with coins. So it passes as cargo, Ajagan said. And avoids inspection, Kavya finished. Tax evasion, the harbor official muttered. Kavya shook her head. If it were only tax, I wouldn't care. She lifted a coin, turning it in the light. They're shifting untaxed coin and buying before the market has a chance. Buying what? The official asked. Pepper likely, Kavya said, from the hills, before it reaches us. Silence settled over the room. Ajagan nodded slowly. So by the time it comes to Muchiri, the good stuff, it's already gone, Kavya said. The meaning of it spread quietly through the room. This was not just smuggling. This was control. Loaded before the ship reached us, Kavya added. Pandya silver, hidden in foreign jars. Ajagan glanced at the Roman merchant. Someone used your ship? Likely at your last port. The merchant's face went pale. By dusk, they had the name of a missing warehouse guard and found his quarters. Or rather, they found where it had been. Empty, clean, gone. Kavya stood in the fading light, looking at the ground where crates had once rested. They brought in goods from the west, she said quietly. Turned them into coin, sent that inland. Ajagan folded his arms. Bought pepper early, he said, before anyone else could. Kavya nodded. Now he controls what reaches the port. The harbor bell rang in the distance. Another ship arriving, another cargo, another set of jars. All ordinary. Or so they seemed. Ajigan glanced at her. Do we chase him? Kavya watched the road leading out of Muchiri for a long moment. Then she shook her head. No. Why? She turned back toward the harbor. Because if this works, he'll come back. Ajagan smiled faintly. Ah. Kavya looked once more at the dust gathered around where crates had once stood. Trade was built on trust. And someone had just shown how easily that trust could be broken. We wait, she said. The waves rolled in softly against the shore. In Muchiri, what arrived by sea was never just cargo.
You've been listening to an audioM original.